Shem Angel 39, Rehael. This angel governs health, longevity, and love between children and parents. So there's a lot going on there. Hello everyone, this is Taliesin McKnight. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today we are looking at Shem Angel 39, Rehael. The sun has entered into 10 degrees of Libra, and so now this is the Shem Angel that we're talking about here. Real quick, I wanted to let everyone know that what I'm going to be doing so that I could put more focus into giving good content, I think I'm going to be doing one video. I've been doing 2 videos a day, where I do a video for the public in the morning, and then at night I do one just for Patreon. But now I think I'm going to be doing it just one a day. But half of my content is public, half of my content is on Patreon for a year. It helps me to monetize my content so that I could put more focus on this. So that I can really, monetize my stuff and really just put my focus on really digging in and providing good videos and content. So what I'm going to start doing here on out, sometimes I'll do a couple a day, but for the most part, it's going to be every other day. It'll be on Facebook and YouTube, and every other day it'll be like Patreon. So it'll be a day on YouTube and Facebook, the next day Patreon only, and etc., etc. And after a year, it all goes public. So that knowledge is not being hoarded. It goes to everybody, So it's going to be YouTube and Facebook one day, and then the next day it's going to be just for Patreon and back and forth. So it's going to be like a 50-50. So half of my content is public and half of it is Patreon only. So and if you're interested in supporting my Patreon, then there is a link. And then also, what I've started doing is, if you're on YouTube, if you go to the pinned comment, and also in the description, the pinned comment, at the top is my Patreon link, but underneath all that, I'm going to put all the details of the Shem Angel from the classical sources. And then also, like the Psalm verse, all of that will be pinned. So at the pinned comment, if you scroll down a little bit past other stuff, it's going to be all the Shem Angel details. So a little Shem Angel cheat sheet for y'all. So Rehael. This is Shem Angel 39. Rehael. This angel governs 10 to 15 degrees of Libra and is associated with health and longevity or long life, and also love and respect between children and parents. So very interesting. By the way, in my pinned comment also, I provide links to the source material, so you can click on there and go to Athanasius Kircher's Oedipus Aegyptiacus. You can click on there and pull up the Divine Kabbalah. You can click on there and pull up Lazare Lenain's La Science Kabbalistique. So Rehael. The Psalm verse is consistent. The spelling of the name in English or Latin letters is consistent. In Hebrew, it's Resh He Ayin. Aleph Lamed, Rehael. And if we pull up the Science of the Kabbalah by Lazare Lenain, the thing is, according to Agrippa, the Shem Angels govern the 72 quinaries of the zodiac. But Lenain and the Divine Kabbalah, you have to be careful. It's ideal to look at where the sun is in the zodiac. It's very easy. You download an astrological app, And then, like, I use Astro Charts. There's Astro Charts Lite. You can get it on your phone. It's free. I use the Pro version. It's like $3. And it automatically populates when you open the app to the current astrological conditions. You hit a little eye icon for info, and it shows the degree of each thing. The degree of the sun is shown in any astrological app. Because, like, the Divine Cabal says that this Shem angel governs from the 3rd of October to the 7th inclusively. This year it's the 2nd. So basically our calendar is not exactly lined up with astrology. So it's always good to check with the chart. But Rehael, we're going to look at the science of the Kabbalah here and see what it says. Rehael. He serves as a cure for maladies and to obtain the mercy of God. This genius rules over health and long life, or longevity. He influences paternal and filial love and the obeisance and respect of children for their parents. So this Shem angel, let's say you're having health issues, or someone that you love is having health issues. This Shem angel is perfect for health, long life. You want to live a long time, longevity. You want someone to live longer and be healthy. And also, let's say that it's a parent that is getting sick. This Shem angel's perfect because it connects like children and their parents, and also helps health and long life. And then also, let's say that you're a parent and you're struggling, you're having, relationship issues with your children, or your children are acting out a lot in school, and there's some enmity there. This Shem angel is perfect for helping to reconcile children and parents. And it helps with that love and respect between children and parents. So Shem angel 39. So there's a lot going on there. Health, longevity, good relations between children and parents, things like that. So very, very interesting, very powerful Shem angel. And the divine attribute is God quick to forgive. You could also see like a reconciliation aspect there, God quick to forgive. Athanasius Kircher's Oedipus Aegyptiacus, published in 1654. The Latin is Deus Velox ad Condonandum. I just butchered that. But God quick to forgive is the divine attribute. The Psalm verse in the Masoretic text is Psalm 30, verse 10. Hear, O Lord, and have mercy upon me. Lord, be thou my helper. There's a different numbering in the Vulgate. It's Psalm 29:11. And then the Divine Cabal. What does the Divine Cabal say about this angel? The Divine Cabal, and I'm quoting from Welcome Manuscript number 3203, Welcome Manuscript 3203, part of the Welcome Library, has this really awesome and fascinating like dream angel grimoire. It says, Rehael governs from the 3rd of October to the 7th inclusively. Again, I would check an astrological chart. The verse from which is derived his name is the 13th verse of the 29th Psalm. The Lord heard me and took pity on me. The Lord is my deliverer. So that is the Psalm verse, where it says the verse from whence is derived his name. Technically, the names of the 72 Shem angels come from Shemot, or Exodus chapter 14, verses 19, 20, and 21. The names are Kabbalistically extracted from that text. But also, usually the Psalm verse, the 3 letters that make up the divine name in the angel, is close to a tetragram in the Hebrew. Here I think there's actually no tetragram in this Dang it, I don't have it in front of me. I don't think there's actually a tetragram here, which is interesting. So Rehael, and then so Rehael. Again, there are three basic methods for working with the Shem angels. There's the pure magical method, with a scrying crystal. I recommend having a scrying crystal slightly elevated, but not in a way it's going to roll off and make a fire, but slightly elevated above incense smoke. I would not use iron because iron can sometimes have a negative impact on communications. It can disrupt it, or at least that's what that's what's believed a lot in the grimoire community, and I've heard it a lot. I've never really tested that out myself, but I've just always kind of avoided iron. Some people use iron, and it's fine, you know? So I guess it really depends on the person, but I would use something like bronze, like a little thing that elevates the scrying crystal above the incense smoke. And then there's the contemplative way, the way of contemplation. You could contemplate the divine attribute, the psalm as a way to like draw closer to the angel, to kind of get yourself to learn those lessons. And then also, of course, there's the method of prayer. A simple candle, some incense, call the Shem angel name, Rehael, recite the psalm verse, and then have your interaction, ask for something within its office. Of course, we don't have to use special timing with Shem angels, but here in these videos, oh, did the sound go out? Uh-oh, how long was it out? Thanks for that input, Sylvia. Sylvia just commented, said the sound went out. How long was it out? I hope it wasn't like the whole rest of the video. I guess I'm gonna have to see. But we're doing it live, you know, we're doing it live. Hopefully it came out okay. How long did it do that? Did it do it long, or if anybody's watching, any input, if the sound went out, like how long did it do it? But you don't have to use special timing with Shem angels. But the way we're doing it, it helps us to organize our practice. You know, I had a viewer, he commented, you know, because he's working through this too. He said that he found like following the sun through the zodiac is very useful way to like structure the practices and make sure that you hit each and every angel. 1 minute back on now. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that. But following the sun through the zodiac is a good way to make sure that you hit all of the angels and like go through a full cycle through the Shem angels. However, we don't have to follow special timing. Also, of course, Lazare Lenain completely makes these up, but he gives this 20-minute cycle that many people find useful. Shem Angel 39 Rehael governs from midday, 40 minutes, so 12:40 to 1 p.m. Now here in the United States, we use daylight savings. So you would add an hour to that this time of year. It would be 1:40 to 2 p.m. if you're using daylight savings time. But basically, Rehael governs filial like love and like respect and love between parents and children. Apart from that, separate from that, it also governs health and longevity. So let's say you want to call on this angel for health or to work through health issues, or you want long life, or for someone else, you know, you want to bring long life or health to someone that's sick or ailing. And then apart from that, the Shem angel governs love and respect between children and parents. Let's say you're not having health issues, but let's say you have children and you're having lots of like difficulties, you know, and the relationship is strained. You want to reconcile and bring back that love and that respect. Then this Shem angel could be worked for with that. Or let's say you're a child and you'd like to reconcile with your parents, but you're like estranged. You just want to come to peace with them. this is the perfect Shem angel for that. So once again, Rehael, the divine, that's its office, the divine attribute, God quick to forgive. The Psalm verse, Psalm 30:10 in the Masoretic text, "Hear, O Lord, and have mercy upon me, Lord, be thou my helper." And then I just wanted to say, because, like I said at the beginning of the video, I really want to produce good videos, and this isn't like a hobby for me. This is what I do. And so I'm monetizing my content so that this can be like my main source of income, and I could like really put my focus on this. So all of my videos eventually will go public, but what I'm going to start doing, I'm finding it difficult. Been trying to do a video in the morning for everybody, and then at night, Patreon only. That's really difficult to maintain long term. And I think I can make better videos if I do like one video a day. But I'm still going to do half on Patreon. So this is the way it's going to be. One day, like today, it's a video for everybody, right? The next day, it's going to be Patreon only. And then the next day, video for everybody. Next day, Patreon only. And it helps me to support, it helps to support my work. It's a $10 subscription. It's like a tip or whatever, right? It's like a little money in the tip jar, like buy me a cup of coffee once a month. It's a tip. So it's $10 subscription, and that way you get all my videos. Apart from that, you get half my videos. But after a year, all of it's going to everybody so that knowledge isn't kept from anyone, right? It all goes to everybody. So, so that's the way we're going to do it, instead of like hoarding all of the knowledge in some class, $100 for a class. We're not doing that. So what we're going to do is every other day it's going to be a public video, and then the other day it's going to be Patreon only. So if you want to see all of my content, please consider supporting my work and, doing the $10 subscription thing, helps me out, It's like a little tip in the tip jar. But, so it's going to be every other day video to the public, and then the other days it's going to be Patreon. So, anyways, that Shem angel, Rehael, let's see here. Thank you so much. Agumong said your YouTube channel is great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. PU says, are you doing readings? What do you mean, like doing like a divination reading or how? Oh, you mean like reading from a book? I'm not sure what you mean. I don't really do like divinations or whatever for people, and I don't know. It's something I've considered. But I mostly just like to talk about, it's kind of a feeding back and forth, because I'm very much in my own like spiritual path and journey, like very much immersed in my own spiritual work. And then I talk about different topics, but like one feeds into the other. So it's like taking people on a journey with me. And for viewers and people commenting, like we are kind of a community, like y'all are walking this path with me. Like we're doing this together. And, yeah, because I get a lot of comments, I get a lot of feedback. I see a lot of people are working with the Shem angels. The Shem angel videos, by the way, are going to always be public. But a lot of people are working with the Shem angels and are finding it very transformative. I've had a lot of people, say that, they didn't really resonate at first with the Judeo-Christian part, and they thought that it wouldn't work, but it works great for them. I actually had somebody yesterday, they were like, I'm pagan. Like, do I have to believe in Jesus to work with Shem angels? Now, this is going to upset some people. I know it is. But my experience with the Shem angels and kind of, my experience, my honest opinion, I don't think they care what religion you are. Not even a little bit, I think you can come from any kind of background. I know Thelemites, I know pagan, I know all kinds of people that work with the Shem angels. I don't think they care. But that said, my honest opinion is when you work with a spirit, you approach that spirit in the way that it's used to being addressed. So whatever your background, my way that I talk about it, like it's like inviting someone into your house and then you feed them what you like to eat. And your guest is like, I don't really like that. And you're like, well, I don't care. You're in my house. You're going to eat what I want. Well, that's just always been my approach with spirits. I want people to do what they feel comfortable, but the way I teach comes from like my experience. When I approach a group of spirits, I approach them in the way they're used to being approached. So the psalm verses, whether it resonates or not, I think it's a good idea to just use the psalm verse when you call the angel. It's historically part of its call. And the names of the angels are even in the Hebrew of the psalm verse. So just my opinion, my personal opinion, I don't think it matters what your religion is. I don't think they care what your religion is at all, not even a little bit. But that said, I would approach the Shem angel in the way that they're used to being approached, you know, with the psalm verse and a little frankincense and myrrh. That's just my honest opinion. Take it for what it's worth, y'all, you know. Everybody has different views and perspectives, and that's just my own 2 cents on that. But anyway, so that is Shem Angel 39, Rehael. And today it's for video for everybody. Tomorrow it's just going to be Patreon only. By the way, I have a Patreon link in the description and in the pinned comment on YouTube. And if you go to the pinned comment beneath the Patreon, if you go further down, it's going to show all the details of the angel, like the psalm verse and all that stuff. So anyways, so that's it for the Shem angel, and I really appreciate y'all. Does anyone else have anything? Because this is live. If anybody has a comment or anything they want to share, and I guess that's it for today, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate y'all. It really means a lot that people come in and they comment, you know, and positive comments, you know, Agumong, your YouTube channel, and then Sylvia helping me out with the sound thing. So y'all help me out. So I really do appreciate all of y'all. So thank you so much for joining me and taking part in this with me. And I will see y'all in the next video. Have a great day, y'all. Oh, wait, we got a comment. Let's see. Agumong says, can I work with all the angels? Yes, absolutely. Yes, you can work with all the angels. So that was Agumong's comment. Can I work with all the angels? Yes, you can. You can work with the angels in any way that you don't have to use special timing or whatever. But the way we do these videos, we cycle through all 72 angels in a year, which is what the Divine Kabbalah does. That's what I do in my videos. We're spending a year cycling through all 72 of the Shem angels, but you don't have to have that approach. Also, Lenain, he invents it. He does create and invent it in 1823 in his book, Science of Kabbalah, but he gives a 20-minute cycle. It's part of his Kabbalistic tables that he manufactures. But a lot of people find the 20-minute cycle useful, so you can work with any angel on any day, and so yes, absolutely, you can work with all the angels, all the Shem angels. All right, y'all. So that's it for today, and thank you so much for taking part in my videos, and please consider subscribing to my Patreon if you're interested, and I will see y'all in the next video. Have a great day, y'all.